Hello. We shall see who gets on here. I say that every time, I know. Probably getting old and tired. How's everybody doing today? I did get all my painting done. So I'm just in the middle. Hang on a minute. I had my kids here last night, and a lot of things I've been getting accomplished. Just not a whole lot on my YouTube. I'm sorry, guys. But when it comes to yeah, I look terrible. I'm sorry, but I just kind of pulled my hair up in a sloppy bun and said to heck with it. Hello, who's everyone here? Yeah, I don't know about the rest of you, but there's a feeling of just be expecting good things. It's more or less I'm getting this whole thinking, how you think is what you're going to manifest type thing again. That's one of the things I've been hearing a lot is watch your thoughts. I know a lot of people say that your thoughts can't create your reality. Your thoughts don't create your reality. Your actions do, and that's kind of true. However, usually your thoughts become words, which your words become things because you create with your words. When you speak it into the atmosphere, you create. So you're co-creating with God. I've saw it happen. I've experienced it happening. I've co-created with God. And when I hear God tell me things, I do my best to listen, and I watch the provision come because I'm obedient. And that's the coolest place to be. I've been revamping my house. That has been, heard Spirit tell me to get rid of that old energy that has been here since I bought this place and did it the first time. And if you go back in some of my older videos, you can see the drab colors on the walls, tans and brown. Yeah, pretty dark and gloomy. And what I've done to the place in the last 2.5, 3 weeks, and I didn't have to really spend much money or anything. I've just manifested everything that I've needed all the way down, I kid you not, to the paint that I have. I didn't even have to go buy new paint. It just seemed like I had just enough. I still have a little bit of the gray left, which I'm going to be doing over in my dressing room. That's the next to get it. But when I do that area, I have to go through all my clothes. And then I'll be able to sort out what I still can wear, what I don't want anymore. You know, I just have a lot of stuff that I need to put on the yard sale sites and stuff like that and get rid of. I have so much stuff just that I don't need. Yeah, I should have been clearing this clutter out a while ago, but you know, I have stuff down in my living room and I'll be taking a whole heck of a lot more stuff. Just put it on yard sale sites. I might have a yard sale here in the next few weeks too. But one of the things I want to show you, I did put up a new mirror in my bedroom. That was given to me. That mirror was given to me by Summer and her boyfriend, fiance, hubby. So I put that up here in my bedroom. And lots of things I've been doing. I look like crap. I apologize. But yeah, with understanding my human design at this point, I could never understand why it seemed like I would always push you know, in the direction where I felt spirit was telling me to go. And instead of allowing the things to generate for me to pull them to me, I would go out and look for it or go push to get it, not realizing I was pushing the very thing away that I wanted. And with being a manifesting generator, that's not how things work. That's how we sabotage ourselves. With unless you understand human design, you don't understand that about yourself. And once you figure that out, you can start manifesting the way you're meant to at that point. If this makes any sense. You know, there's projectors, there's projectors, generators, um, manifesting generators, and then there's another one. I forget what the other one is, but um, I'm I know what my human design is. I'm a manifesting generator, so I know how I have to put it out to the universe, allow the thing to show up, ask spirit if that's what I need to do, and then take action, whether it's a yes or a no. It all depends on what, if my spirit lines up and it presents itself to me. Then I have to ask spirit, is this from you? And sure enough, if it is, I get the go ahead. I at least step and take action in that direction, and then things start to generate. And you'll know if it's not from spirit because it'll be doors closed. You know, because spirit will test this as well. But a lot of times it's on your obedience anyway, whether or not you're gonna, the thing that presents itself, whether or not you're gonna grab a hold of it. And if you're gonna push, that usually doesn't work out so well for you if you're a manifesting generator. Well, it was very interesting vacation. Thank you. Um, well, you know that I went to Jersey. Did you see any of my stuff since Jersey? Because as soon as I left the hotel, within a block away, my brake line snaps. So I had no, like my brake, yeah, I can hear you. I've been really busy as well. But my vacation, oh yeah, yep, sure did. Dark forces tried to kill me when I left the hotel. Not even a block away. Going to visit, thank goodness I was going to visit Summer. And she lives about an hour away from the beach. So I went to visit her and her boyfriend, fiance, hubby, whatever. And he was going to get some stuff done with his truck the very next day. So the place told me to take my car in, and they basically emptied my bank account. So now I'm in the negative because it cost me over $500 to get my car fixed so that I could at least get home. So dark forces were pissed that I did that. But yeah, it was pretty rough. Yeah, in between the beach and Summers, I slammed on the brakes and my brake line snapped. Hey, Ethiopian Queen, how are you? Welcome to my channel. I appreciate coming over. But yeah, I had to do what I had to do there. Hey, it happens. You want to, like I said, it's how you take when those things happen. Yeah, I wasn't very happy. Believe that. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh. It's like I needed that money to pay bills, doggone it. And then they're like, well, you might want to look at getting this looked at and that looked at as well, because, and I'm like, I know, I'm sure that it needs stuff fixed. I know. They're like, no, well, your steering cage really needs spirit. I'm a manifesting generator. Bring me those resources. If, I'm talking a little bit about human design right now. So if you know the way, if you're a projector, that's usually you're the type of person who um, you get a lot of intuitive things. I'm hoping. I haven't really put out I didn't get a chance to put out my monthly readings for this month, but what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do October's and start with Libra. So, I will be doing readings for October. I'm going to say screw it with the rest of September and just, hey, Bella, how are you? And just get on and do October readings. And yeah, well, I'm going to be starting with Libra. Happy birthday, by the way, for all of you beautiful Librarians. I'm a Libra rising, so I'll be doing Libra first. And probably we're having a new moon in Libra, so oh, heck yeah. Oh, yeah. Fellow air sign there. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, it's been a very interesting month, I can say. Like I said, I didn't really get a whole I've gotten more stuff done with the outside of my house. Me and my son actually swapped. I made a trade with him. Like I said, I'm a manifesting generator. I'm like, look, dude, he's like, can I get a haircut? I said, will you go cut the grass then? At the rental? I will give you a haircut if you go cut the grass at the rental. Free me up for another 2 weeks. That's something I don't have to worry about. Sure enough, he went down and cut the grass and I cut his hair. So, yeah, I appreciated that. I still have my daughter's room to do yet, but I'm going to wait until she's here. She can help with that. But I can actually start getting some. I'm in the midst of cleaning everything up from me painting. And I'm kind of redecorating and redesigning. Do you guys remember? I know, I appreciated that. Well, I haven't really been avoiding the outside. I did get really sunburned, and now I've been peeling like a sucker. And it's interesting. I went to visit the Divine Masculine and last night, and he said about how dry his skin is and he's peeling. I'm like, that's interesting you say that because my hand is like all dry and like it's peeling from being out in the sun. I'm peeling all over. I'm like, oh dear Lord. Like we now I'm sitting there like this and we're sitting there talking and I noticed he was like this. And I'm like, you're mirroring me, dude. Stop it. Stop. It's kind of funny. But it happens. When my house is who the divine masculine? Yeah, no, not really. He is who he is, that's for sure. He's my buddy. Yes, it puts the lotion on the skin. No, my son did go down and hi Yvonne. My son did go down and mow the grass, but I was talking about about divine masculine. When I went to visit him mirroring me last night. It was it was weird, and I took notice to it, and I'm like, stop mirroring me. But yeah, Yvonne, what do you think? Here, like the mirror? I got that from down at Summers. They gave it to me. Isn't that cool? Like I said, I'm a manifesting generator. So like it's super cool, that mirror. It's really heavy though. So I'm hoping that the nail that it's on is, I did put like 2 nails at the bottom. Yeah, I have switched some things up. I took a lot of my other art down, and I definitely want to keep the majority of my art that I have in here, but I'd taken a lot of my art down. I don't know if I'm going to put the one picture below that mirror yet. I'm not sure. I very well could. I'm not sure. But the poster I had up of Marilyn Monroe, it is. Look, I'll show you my whole room. Yeah. Ta-da! My tree, I'm gonna be um redoing that, but it's kind of like I'm doing fall cleaning along with revamping everything. But hey, I can show you you guys want to see the kitchen? Now that it's pretty well done. Told you I've been busy. So y'all know. I got these new curtains for real cheap. And I did get a laundry. This I'm putting away. It's a tapestry. Ta-da! I'm gonna hang it up on that wall. Oh, did you all see the flooring? There's flooring. And I decided for in here, I actually think I want to put a shelf in here, and I want to get a fish tank. I mean, I could leave it the way it is with the plants and stuff, but I think I want to put a fish tank, an aquarium in here. What do y'all think? Here's the kitchen, even though it's still messy. Yes. But I'm getting stuff cleaned up now. This is what I painted. Yeah, I still got to get that leak fixed. But if y'all remember what it looked like before, it doesn't look like that anymore. And yes, I'm still cleaning and doing cleaning and stuff, but yep, everything is repainted. Even the cabinets. And now I do have to take the paddles down from here from the ceiling fan, and I have to have my dad come here. Well, I thought about getting either a 10-gallon tank or a 20-gallon tank. I wasn't sure. But I know what you guys all thought. Like I said, this cabinet, it actually was a dresser, which I'm in the middle of. This is a dresser, and I took the top part of it out because there was a different drawer here, and I just chopped off right here, and I have this whole section, and I thought about like using this for baby plants and stuff, and I pretty much have my plants in here, and they have been growing a lot. Look at that now. Look at all the roots since I put it on. I wish I could. I'm not allowed. If I could get a grow license, I'd definitely do that, but I can't do that. So, oops, sorry. I still got to do up the steps yet, but other than that, and my daughter's room. I have one other. Thanks. That's what I've been doing. That's why I didn't get readings out. It's not that I don't love you. But so I'm just going to do October readings, and I'm going to start them this coming week. I'm going to take tomorrow yet, and probably Monday or Tuesday. We'll see. I'm getting very inspired, and I'm already getting titles for October's readings. So I didn't hear a whole lot for September from Spirit except for get your shit done. Which I don't know if that was Saturn coming through, being like, all right, you've been on your back long enough. Time to move. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. Yeah, and I always liked to do interior design. That's something that I've always enjoyed. And that's probably why I enjoy making jewelry and stuff like that too. That's probably why I enjoy doing it. And it's probably also why I enjoy doing readings and stuff, because I can tap into the core of who I am. So either way, I hope all of you guys are doing good. Like I said, I have like 3 totes full of fall stuff, like decorations, outside and inside. So I still got to do that yet, which I enjoy decorating for. This is my favorite time of year. And I usually leave the pumpkins and scarecrows and stuff like that out until, you know, Christmas, like around Thanksgiving. I don't know what's going on outside. Well, they're going to get better. They're going to get a lot better. I can guarantee that. Well, I'm hoping that I inspire the rest of the collective to. Jackie keeps bumping my purse. Look at him. Look. Hey, Jack, how you doing? He said he was. There he is. How you doing, big boy? He's looking at you all. Hi, kitty. Kitty, kitty. That's my boy. Now he's closed his eyes. Like I said, he's with me all the time. And the 2 girls, well, Blue's down there too. But, yep. It's been a crazy. He's huge. He's like 35 pounds. He's my best friend. He knows it too. Don't you? Yes, he does. Oh, good boy. Yeah, I've been pretty busy. I figured I'd come on and give you guys an update. One of the things I'm definitely not gonna do from here on out, and I felt like because the universe spirit was telling me that not to, is to really give updates about the DM. That's kind of like something like spirit was saying, don't talk about anything, don't. So I'm just gonna keep my trap shut unless there's something that I really feel I have to get out to the collective. Me and the DM are friends. Not that if the universe decides to, whatever the universe wants at this point. I'm cool with whatever. I'm cool with releasing. I'm cool with being a sounding board, whatever. But I'm not closed off to love. So, hey, how are you? How you doing, Mystical Dimples? Yeah, I'm definitely. So, it's one of those things where it's like I'm there for him, and I need to be, but I also I'm trying to be a little bit more closed-lipped when it comes to stuff that has to do with him. It's one of the things Spirit's been saying. Look, it's not going to happen anytime soon. Let me tell you that much. Oh, everything's switching up. However, I really think our human design is going to come into play at this point. So if you don't know what your human design is, um, yeah. So I'm not going to be really talking about anything that has to do with his stuff that's going on. I have to kind of keep closed tight and closed lipped when it comes to stuff that has to do with him. Let's just say it doesn't look good. And I'm friends with him. I'm a sounding board for him. And that's pretty much it. I'm open to love. So spirit wants to bring me somebody else. That's cool. However, me and Divine Masculine's karma is in a good place at this point. Like I'm saying, between the two of us, there's no hard feelings or resentment. And that I can't believe I got to this place where I don't feel one way or the other. I mean, I don't want nothing to happen to him. And I care, but have it's up to the universe. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. Thank you for putting it into words for me, Yvonne. I it's sometimes hard for me to put things into words. Um, I feel like I have to explain, and Yvonne can just write it out in a sentence. Well, I understand that. We all have a right in our own right as for what we've gone through, that we want justice. We want that apology, or we want to feel however you're going to be okay if you never get that. And at one point, you're not even going to care. I didn't see Divine Masculine. It was over a year. And I wasn't even sure if it was him. I kept on trying to talk myself out of it. And I kept on like pushing my intuition down and saying, no, it's not him. Even though everything in me was screaming, yes, it is. I'm like, but it can't be. And it just kept coming up. See? Then I get a sync. And it just kept coming up. And I knew at that point, and especially after I got just a confirmation with a reading that I got with the nun out in LA, who does not know me at all. So she confirmed it with their cards, and she uses cards like I do. They flip out. We don't just lay cards, we shuffle and they come flying out. That's how I do my readings anyway. So cards come out, they come out. There's usually a stoppage, I can usually tell in the cards. Or if there's one that pops out, I can usually tell which one I'm supposed to take. And the nun is the same way, and she kind of works the same way I do. And like I said, I was confused on who my DM was. I was pretty sure it was him. And it clarified with every single Scorpio, Nipsey, Divine Masculine card there was. She's like, this is definitely him. I'm like, oh, dear freaking Lord. Like, well, can I get me a different Divine Masculine? One who's not in prison. She's like, damn, dude. Yeah. I'm like, it was so serendipitous. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, he needed to learn some lessons, apparently. And apparently the universe has other things for him. to be doing over the next possible 1 to 3 years that he needs to learn on his own. So, like I said, I'm hope he doesn't care. Hope it doesn't hurt his feelings. I'm not gonna freaking stop my life because he ended up with some bad karma. Yeah. Well, I get messages. And you're right about that. Sometimes not hearing is your answer. I've noticed if I don't obey spirit, if I do not obey what my intuition is telling me to do, spirit will cut me off until I do the last thing he told me to do. And if I don't do what I'm told to do, then I get shut off. And who wants to be shut off spiritually? Not this girl. This girl needs God. Or I'm screwed. That's just the bottom line. And I don't like that eerie quiet. Nope. I do know one thing though. I know the planets have been chatting. And I really feel it's odd because the one feeling that I really got, and I'm not saying this just because Mars is my ruling planet. I'm saying this because I really feel that Mars has undergone such a massive transformation over the last 2 years. And those under the sun sign of Mars, whether you're a Scorpio or whether you're an Aries, wherever that also lays in your chart, has probably undergone construction over the past 1 to 3 years, especially with Uranus going through the first house of Aries. Wherever you have Mars, that Mars placement in your chart, look it up. I guarantee that house has undergone a mass transformation with Uranus transiting through there. Finally, Uranus has let us alone. So, I really feel we all know pretty much that Saturn pretty much rules the rest of the zodiac. We all understand this, right? Like Saturn's the top dog. He's the commander in chief. And one of the things that I felt and that I legit saw, that I felt like just Saturn being proud of the planet Mars for all of the transformation and all the Aries and Scorpio, wherever you have Mars, for enduring that. Oh. Well, you want to know what? I legit saw what I would have envisioned as Saturn being taking the fool and giving them finally their emperor clothing. I put his arm around, knuckle bumped him, and said, "Look, congrats. You've undergone a mass transformation." And I feel the same way he's a little bit more daintier, a little bit, not much, but a little bit more understanding when it comes to Venus, but not much. He looks at both of them as children. However, he saw Mars grow up. He's helped push Mars to grow up, or the Aries and Scorpio, wherever that lays in your chart. You had to grow up in that area. So be prepared. Wherever you have that, there was a transformation or something massive going on there. you're going to get rewarded in that house if you've stuck with it and gone through the stuff. So figured I'd throw that out there. Um, Saturn and Neptune. Let's talk about that relationship. Saturn doesn't piss with Neptune a whole lot. Saturn doesn't understand Neptune. Saturn pretty much throws up its hands with Neptune and says, "You do your thing, Neptune." Oh, nice. Then you really went through it. My God. So as far as like Saturn with Neptune, he's like, "You do your thing. I don't understand you, but it seems to be working, whatever you're doing. So keep doing what you're doing." Saturn and Jupiter. Jupiter, Saturn is kind of like, you're in your late 40s into your 50s, and like Saturn's at that mature age. Saturn looks at Jupiter as coming straight off their 20s. The new 20, how like a lot of 30 and 40-year old, yeah, I'm the new 20. Yeah, well, guess what? That's Jupiter. Very flamboyant. Here I am, making things so big and expanding it. Saturn and Uranus. Considering those two, one likes structure and the other one tears down structures, I feel like they oppose each other a lot. Those two are two that will fight to the, but there's a respect between the two of them. See, I've never got a progressed chart. I really should get one done. So I've never got that done yet. I have gotten a chart. I've got a chart reading done, but I've never got the progressed reading done. I should. Saturn and Pluto. It's kind of like Neptune. It leaves Neptune alone to do its own thing. It will butt heads with Uranus because one's tearing down structures, the other one's building it. So those two, I feel like, are opposing forces a lot of times. But they have a mutual understanding of each other's function within the zodiac. And it's the way it goes. And then now that Uranus is in a fellow Earth sign with Saturn being in Capricorn, they're making trines a lot. So there's a whole lot going on with those planets. And because they're in fellow Earth signs, they're able to work with one another now in the destruction and reconstruction of that. Oh, yeah? I should do that. I'd rather have the peace dealer do mine, though, to be honest with you. I did say something to Mike about seeing if he could do a reading for me, so we can swap. So it's just hard. I gotta get another phone with more storage, because unless I do stuff live, I can do 40-minute videos. If it stops at that when it's live. But yeah, Saturn with Pluto is kind of like do what you're gonna do. Whatever needs to be brought into this person's life to shake it up, do it. Just don't kill them. Three years, the first. Oh yeah. Second year, you're on a. Are you, I know. I wasn't necessarily autopilot. Um, I was disassociated. Like I went through the rewiring process that I had to go through, and now it's like coming back into who I am creatively and accepting the new me, throwing away that old shit, and accepting the new person that I am. Well, and that's the point to where we have to get to. We're not the same person we were at the beginning of this year. None of us are. We're transforming rapidly at this point. Yeah. Um, I've many people who were on here know that I've undergone massive, massive amounts of trauma. And I pretty much have allowed spirit to take me through the healing process. Between spirit and my YouTube community, thank God. That has been the most therapeutic. This has been the most therapeutic thing for me, is being able to relate to other people who are going through the same doggone thing and the same process that I am. Because it's hard to explain to 3D motherfuckers that don't understand this shit. They don't get it. So I understand all this. I understand how traumatic it is when you're in a divine partnership. I understand how traumatic it is when you're dealing with freaking karmics. No, thank God I don't. I did feel alone for a really long time. I did. And I felt like nobody really understood where I was or where I was coming from. But one of the things Spirit did teach me is being authentic and being my true self. And He was going to show me exactly what I was created to do and what I was created to be. And I need to embrace who I am. Because, hey, Queen of Swords, how you doing, sweetheart? Hello. And that we need to embrace that about ourselves. We all need to embrace who we are, and who we're being molded and shaped into becoming a better version of who we were yesterday. Every day's a different palette where we can paint a picture. So it's good to see you too. Just talking a little bit about the energy. Yeah, you might want to go back. I kind of talked a little bit about Saturn now going forward, progressing, and some of the things he showed me. The energy of Saturn has showed me about um, how the interrelate he she interrelates with the other planets. So, and he likes what he sees so far. We will be tested though, so be warned. There's always a test before the next level. Remember this. If you're not being tested, you could be in a rest period. You're not doing nothing wrong, but you will be tested before you will go to the next level. So be prepared for that. If you're feeling like a new level's coming, there will be a test to see if you're ready for the new level. And that's just factual. Me too. I have been as well. I do dream a lot, and there for a while I didn't dream, and I would dream all the time ever since I can remember. I've always dreamed my whole entire life. And then I noticed that I just, for a little while, for a good month, I stopped having dreams. And I'm like, okay, this is really odd. And that's pretty much when I was getting really good rest. And then the dreams just started up again. Nope, it's not just you. It's not just you. Considering that Uranus is in Taurus right now. Mm-hmm. Well, Uranus is in Taurus right now, and Uranus is retrograde. So Taurus would be the second house opposing Scorpio. So if you have that opposition between, because Scorpio is the opposite sign of Taurus, there's that pull there, the polarity between the two. You very well could, because you have those two planets in your ninth house plus that in Scorpio, you could be getting some stuff from Uranus as well, because that is your opposite sign. I don't know if you have any planets in Taurus, but that could definitely be why. I know one of the things that, and it's bizarre that I've been saying bizarre a lot, but it's weird. One of the things that I was told from, you know, DM, one of the things I've always looked up to him so much for is the fact that he could keep his emotions under control. He always had a cool, calm, and collected demeanor, and my emotions were always all over the place. You guys know this. Anybody who's been on my channel for a long time knows that I've been like, whew, like a roller coaster. My whole damn journey, it's been like this. Up and down, always some for kind of stuff going on. There you go. You know, that says a lot. A Taurus moon with your north node there. And Uranus is there right now, retrograding. Yeah. Well, I know I have my natal Saturn in Cancer. And I needed to get my emotional house, which would be my 10th. Well, it's my money house too. Need to get my emotions under control because it's in my 10th house. So, oh, you got a lot of fixed energy in your chart. Holy shit. When your mind's made up, it's made up. Hola. You got a lot of fixed energy in your chart. Oh, good grief. What's your rising sign? See, I have a direct link to Aquarius. What's your rising sign? I have a direct link to Aquarius because I think it's in. Oh, you're double Aquarius? Oh my God. You're all fixed. That's not easy. Especially, okay. With you being an Aquarius sun and rising with a Taurus moon, it's your moon sign that's getting really shaken up, obviously, because Uranus is there. However, Uranus is your ruling planet. So you should be used to, like, that's what Uranus comes in to do, is to destroy faulty bullshit, like a volcano or like a hurricane or like a tornado. It doesn't care. It'll use whatever it needs to tear down false, phony bullshit. It rips masks off of people. So if you're hiding behind a mask, guess what? Uranus is going to come in and blow it off your face. That's the really the sign of Aquarius. They come in and freaking detached, and they'll blow you up. Boom. Put your shit right out there. They don't give a shit. It's one of the reasons I love Aquarius. Me being an Aries, I'm pretty sure it's the Verdict astrology. It's one of the different things where actually Aries is ruled by Uranus and Mars, and same with Aquarius. So there's a direct line. I'm pretty sure that Uranus and Mars are both in a like rule Aquarius as well in a different astrology, different way of. I don't think it's a tropical. I think it's the Verdict or whatever it's called. Check it out. I've saw some things that have said something about, and it makes sense because the sign of Aries is, the rebirth after the destruction. You want to know what? All us emperors, or thought so, fools walking around in emperor's clothes. Yeah, we got stripped down to nothing. That's what Uranus did. Says, oh yeah, you want to wear those emperor's clothes? Well, guess what? That I think there's a story. What is it called? The emperor got new clothes. Yeah, that happened to Aries because we were naked and exposed for a very long time. Yeah, emperor. Yeah, I remember reading that story about the naked emperor in school. That was one thing that stuck in my head, and I didn't ever know why I liked that story so much. Well, he was naked emperor for a while. So guess what? I believe that Saturn is giving Mars back his emperor clothes after taking them, or letting Uranus blow them off. Right off our ass, yeah. We got a swat and a spanking from Uranus. Bad Aries. Bad Scorpio. Naughty. Grow up. Tower time. Transformation time. If you're the death card and you're the tower, guess what? You're ruled by Mars. That has happened to me already. Where I was kind of like in the dream, but yet observing it. Yeah. Uh-huh. So I can tell you that, like, we've earned those damn stripes. So now it's time. We've earned it. And those who haven't earned it and try and put it on, it's not going to fit. So they're aware. My natal Mars in Aquarius. So I could tell a phony and a fraud Aries real quick. I saw a really creepy reading the other night, and it kind of took me back, and I was like, I've never saw a more nastier reading than that one toward a sign ever in my life. And it was fucking downright creepy. I don't know if she started channeling at the end, but the bitch wasn't even, she wasn't even blinking. She just, and y'all know I don't usually watch for any other, I don't usually watch for any of my other, I usually watch only for my sun sign. However, I will sometimes watch for I was shaken up by that reading. I was like, what the fuck is this? Of course, I don't want to name names or talk nasty, but I was just like, yeah, I get it. There was some Aries who were shitty human beings, but obviously, it was an Aries reading now. There were some Aries who are shitty human beings. However, that I wouldn't even say publicly what was said in that reading. It was cruel and rude, but I don't know what Aries pissed in her Cheerios. However, somebody did. She'd never met an Aries like this. Well, the few that read on here. So, the ones who actually did the work. I'll tell you, I was almost offended. And it's funny because the chick fucking turned off the comments for that. So I went over to her Libra reading and said, "You want to know what? It's a good thing that I decided to click on this reading. So now I can tell you what I think of the Aries reading. If you would have left the comments open, bitch, you would have been chewed up and spit the fuck out for what you just said over there. Now block me." So I got on her Libra reading and commented about the Aries reading. Said I've never heard such bizarre bullshit in my life. I don't know, like I said, I don't know what Aries pissed in her Cheerios, but I was just like, yeah, she turned off the comments because she knew she would have been spit up and chewed the fuck. Yeah, should have been chewed up and spit the fuck out. We ain't putting up with that fucking verbal abuse. And I'm not going to say who it was. But it's funny because she didn't have the balls to leave up the comments because she knows. So if she sees this, fuck you. She's probably some freaking over emotional cancer. Sorry. I do have my natal Saturn there, so. I mean, the shit she said, I was just like, well, she's going to lose every single Aries sub you got. I mean, I get it. You got to tell the truth. I get it. But like I said, I don't know what the fuck took over her. She stopped blinking for like 5 minutes at the end of that video. And the stuff that was coming out her mouth was just downright messed up. Talking about a dream she had and how, yeah, we deserved our mind fuck. Or a mind fuck. Yeah. So, yeah. If you want to get a hold of me, I'll tell you who it was. You can watch the reading for yourself. I couldn't believe it. And she seems like such a sweet person on all these other readings. Well, not so much. And you all know I don't talk shit about readers. I don't ever do that. My North Node's in Sag, and so is my natal Neptune. So, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I don't know if she was talking to a specific small group of Aries, and I can see that. However, she should have put there, this is only for a few of you, because the collective isn't going to take that very kindly, what she had said. Well, she did say it's not going to resonate with all. We all do say that because we know it's not going to resonate with all. And it definitely did not resonate with me. However, I was like, even if it didn't resonate with me, I'd never talk to people, no matter how pissed off at a sign I was, of a collective group of people the way she did. Oh yeah, it was cruel. Yeah. No group of people deserved it way more than us Aries. Like, who's pissed in your fucking Cheerios? I was just thinking, that's not cool. You freaking put a reading out like that right before Saturn was going direct, you dumb dummy. You got to really watch your words and your with things right now. And that's not putting out very good karma. Not for a sign that just underwent hell and back. And yeah, there was some who got lost in the way or who did not transform. I understand this. Trust me, I get that. I dated a few Aries. I understand this. But she specifically was talking about Aries females. So, like I said, I don't know who pissed in her Cheerios, but she apparently doesn't know me. And if she did, I would be more than happy to do a battle with tarot cards if she'd like. I'll put that out there. Yeah. It wasn't that. It was not love at all. It was not loving. It was not edifying. It was not encouraging in the least bit. It was fucking cruel. As you say, as you hear, I didn't put out a name. You all know if people are doing bullshit stuff in the collective, I do call them out. However, I do not say that they deserve being mind fucked ever. And I do not call them little girls or succubi. Mm. In a hottie, if I see bullshit going on, yeah, I'll call it out. But you all know this. I try to do it with tact. I'm pretty raw for the most part. If I'm picking up a shitty energy, usually I'll sit on it for a little bit, and if it comes out in the cards, and it does. The Knight of Horrors usually does come out. I got different names for cards. Yeah, like that was like speaking straight up evil over the collective of Aries, and I was just like, I've saw a lot of this. I've saw a lot of people come at my sign out of, I don't know if it's out of fear of what we're capable of. I don't know. Well, they should be afraid. Very afraid. Because we made it through a really fucking horrible transit and very uncomfortable things. And now we have Chiron there. So we're triggering people. Mm-hmm. I can't be anything else other than myself, man. So, oh no, she said, you guys never came across a light being such as myself. I'm thinking, really? Oh, whatever. Like I said, it didn't resonate with me. However, I did make sure I got on her Libra reading where the comments were flowing, and I was like, look. Funny. I can post a comment in here and I'll tell you what I think of the Aries reading. It's a good thing you didn't leave the comments up. I don't give a shit. I leave all the comments up all the time. Because you would have been chewed up and spit out. And now you're probably going to lose every single Aries sub you have. So enjoy that. Goodbye. Unsubscribed. And like I said, it was kind of creepy. The way I never saw anything like it. The chick like went into a trance. I don't know what the, I mean, not that I haven't gone into trances, but like the shit that came out her mouth was not edifying. Wasn't to help people. It was to hardy har at some Aries who are dealing with lower vibrational shit. And I have compassion for people who are dealing with that and just going through transformations. And I get it. The timelines are sealed for the next 12 years. So they're now sealed for the next 12 years. Yeah, she has quite a few subs. I think she has over 50K. Well, I bet she lost every single Aries sub she has. The fact that she disabled the comments, she did not want to see what people would say to her because she can't handle it, because she's a vagina apparently. Only people who can't handle criticism disable comments. Well, I don't know if you do. Maybe you do. Did you see the Aries reading for that? Because it was shitty. She's given Aries nice readings before this. I couldn't figure it out. Like, I didn't understand where she was coming from. And then by the end of it, she got fucking nasty. And I was like I said, what crawled up her fucking vagina and died? Oh, no, no, no. No, that's not her. No, I do know that the timelines are sealed for 12 years. No, it wasn't her. Not who you're thinking. She's actually very lovely to Aries. Nope. This chick did not say anything about that in the Aries reading. I can't say who it is because I don't talk shit about other readers on here. Or give names. That's not my thing. Like I said, she could have been talking to a very small group of Aries who have not ascended, but then why put the reading out if it wasn't the collective? I talked to the collective group of light workers. It's usually who resonates with me a lot is a collective group of light workers who have gone through a lot of bullshit and who have dealt with a lot of pain. So I help them with energy clearing and all kinds of stuff like that. So I don't just do readings. I do a lot of stuff with energy and helping people clear negative stuff. So that's what I do. Plus I do make healing jewelry, and now I have a line of for psychic intuitive jewelry. So I've been starting those pieces. I haven't gotten anything really the stones I still honestly I still have like my major stones like this. I still have them in the sand. I did not I'm letting them kind of marinate with that. And I'm going to go and clean them off then and put them through regular distilled water. They were sitting out in the full moon for 3 days after I went to the beach, all the way up prior, day of the full moon, day after full moon, sitting out the whole entire time. They were at the beach through the ocean. And like I said, I do have to put them through distilled water. And then I usually soak them in oil for a good 2 days. I usually soak them in like lavender and sandalwood, and I have love oil up there and prosperity oil and soak them. I just make a little cocktail and I soak them for 2 days in that oil, and it really shines them up nice. And the color, real true colors of the stones come out when I do that. Then I have my chakra bracelets, and I have all my other stuff that I do, and so that's the other thing. Beyond my energy clearing and my readings, I do that. Plus, I'm going to be getting a job and selling shit around here, and I'm busy. I'm a busy girl. I really don't have time for relationships. By the way, like I said, I'm open to love. There was a fellow on my Facebook I've kind of been eyeing a little bit here and there, but I never reached out to him. But we are friends on Facebook. And the stuff that I see him post is pretty well lines up with the stuff that I post. Like he'll say stuff like, yeah, if it's Friday or Saturday night, if I'm not answering you, it's probably because I'm out on a date with her. Even though he's not dating, he's just dating. He's not really seeing anybody. He's just dating right now. And I'm really not even that. I'm just doing me. I could care less. But he ended up messaging me last night, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see, maybe. I don't know. But like I've kind of been checking him out and stuff, and it's like, maybe. He's on that divine shit a little bit, I see, but is he mature enough? I don't know. Would he accept my path? I don't know. Who knows? But it was interesting because I was like, And then he messaged me. So, like I said, I'm open to going out on dates, and I'm open to love. I'm just not chasing anybody. It ain't happening. Detached from all outcomes. I don't want to. I need to focus on myself and get myself straightened out before I get any kind of emotions wrapped up in a relationship. So I know what I have to do. Spirit was very clear on that, was what I have to do. So I don't want to get caught up in any. It's very easy to get caught when you're in a new relationship and stuff like that. It's easy to get caught up in the whole. And then you like, Spirit never wants me to lose myself ever again. We're not supposed to lose ourselves ever again. Now that we've finally found us. Now that we finally found who we are and what we're created to do and what we're created to be. And it's so easy to get pulled, especially when it comes to emotions or pleasing somebody. Then again, I used to be a people pleaser. I'm not that no more. Not even in the least. It was one thing, Spirit. There's a balance. There's a fine line and a balance between all of it. Where you have to respect other people's opinions and you have to respect other people, but yet you have to respect yourself more to not succumb to. You got to take everything in stride with what other people are saying and doing. There's a balance, a fine line between all that. It has been rough. I can say that much. Yeah. Well, Spirit wants us to open up at this point again to the possibility. I know this. However, now we're a more grounded, better version of who we were. So, just have to be open to it. Yeah, and for the longest time, it was like, I know. That's how I feel. Both of you. I don't have the time for games. I don't have the time to be pissing around with people. So either you're in it to win it or stay the fuck away from me. And I honestly understand now. If I would have, I kind of wish I didn't never date this last person that I was with. And it's not because I hate him or dislike him. It's just we were cool as friends, as acquaintances. However, I do realize he came into my life for a reason, to teach me something. Yeah. Came into my life for a reason to teach me something. Apparently, I needed to learn something about that whole thing. But I kind of wish that I would have listened to my intuition at the beginning and never would have gotten that relationship because I lost a fake phony friend. I just found out who the person was, I guess. Like I said, he was an Aries, so very well could be. I know the last one cost me a lot too. That was the Scorpio, though. Divine Masculine. I got it's interesting because now that I understand astrology, that's how I feel too. So I kind of wish I would have never dated the last person. However, I can't say that about Divine Masculine at this point. I realized that there was that relationship taught me more about myself. Oh, that relationship taught me more about he mirrored me right back to me and what I needed to work on. And the last day of that I remember seeing Divine Masculine in freedom, not in captivity, uh, he made me cry. And I only cry when I'm pissed. I don't usually cry if someone hurts my feelings for the most part. I was that mad. I cried. And I vowed when I was leaving, I will never go back to that place ever. I knew that that would be the last time I saw that houses. Well, what was this star sign? Because my divine masculine's a Scorpio with an Aquarius rising and a Pisces moon. See, I'm telling you, and I've said it before, I'm positive, pretty sure. Those Scorpios, man, they're all divine. Every single one of them. We might not look at them as that, and they might not act it, but they're here for a reason, and it's for transformation for the collective. Oh, good grief. Ugh. Well, that's an interesting combination. Fire and earth. Oh, good grief. Venus and Mercury in Aries. Well, see, I'm not really sure where all the placements are with his stuff. Yeah, sounds terrible. That Leo rising. Taurus suns aren't usually all too bad. I don't know how to, I don't know. It's a lot of fixed energy with Cardinal Fire there. But I have heard Aries moon people can be really detached. So, I don't know. I'm an Aries sun with a cat moon. Me and my divine masculine were like oil and water too. Till he finally had to succumb to his spirit's demise on him. That's the Leo in him right there. I like that attention. Just saying. Yeah. The last guy I dealt with was an Aries sun, Sag rising, and an Aquarius moon. I should have known better. I should have fucking known better. We did have 5 of the same placements though, so then my North Node is in Sag, and I was like, well, this might work with my Neptune there. His Neptune, I think, is there too. We have 5 of the same placements, so it's like, yeah, yep. Divine Masculine didn't really cheat though. I mean, there was things that were a little bit I didn't trust. They're just very secretive. That's this Scorpios are very secretive and very mysterious. And if they don't want you knowing something, they don't trust you, they're not going to tell you. Which, that being secretive, because I'm not like that, really threw me for a loop because I don't like that shit. Like, you should be able to tell me whatever, but like, I kind of understand why he was the way he was. I get that. They don't trust easy, and when they do, and if you break their trust, then they're vengeful. Vengeful motherfuckers. They don't care how long they wait, they'll get you back. So I had said to him, are you just like waiting to try and fucking destroy me? Like, what? I've actually mentioned that. I'm like, I know how you Scorpios are. You'll wait for the fucking right time to take somebody out. I actually met a guy the other week. I have to tell you this. Met a guy the other week. He was a Scorpio sun and rising with Aries moon. He had like 6 different things in Scorpio. Mm-hmm. I don't like that crazy making behavior. But if they're a Scorpio, they will definitely be secretive. And he actually admitted that he pushes people away because he's scared. So that in itself is a big feat for him to actually admit. Hell no. Hell no what? Scorpios, I have a son that's a Scorpio. I have an ex-husband that's a Scorpio. And Divine Masculine is a Scorpio. Divine Masculine and ex-husband actually got into a fight. Ex-husband beat up Divine Masculine a long, long time ago. Like I said, waiting for the right time. They were both 2 Scorpios. 2 Scorpions going out, yeah. So, mm-hmm. Hi, Angelo. How are you doing? Yeah. Yep. Dude had like 6 different things there. His sun and rising were both there, and he had an Aries moon. So look at all that Mars, all that Mars rolled stuff. And I'm like, oh, oh good grief. I have my Uranus right at the like 1.5 Well, you're a different breed of Scorpio, Yvonne. Then again, you have a lot of wisdom too. And the thing is the Scorpios who are on the path here, um, trust me, they've been having their own tower moments. Especially if they fucked over divine feminine, I guarantee it. My Uranus is like 1 point something degrees inside of Scorpio. So I understand why divine masculine came back 17 years after, right at the end of my Uranus transit in Aries. Because I have a Uranus opposition with Taurus, with Venus there. So, makes a lot of sense to me. I don't have a whole lot. I know one of the readers who did for the collective, who she did something about when Saturn goes direct. Great reading. She mentions if you have planets in between 8 and 18 degrees, that those are going to be the houses that you're going to get shaken up or possibly hit. And I messaged her and I'm like, I do have my natal Saturn 17 degrees in Cancer, which is in my 10th house. And she says, it looks like your career is about to take off. She says, it looks like you're pretty much in the clear. I don't have a whole lot of planets inside that 8 and 18 degrees, thank goodness. She's really good. When it, you know who I'm talking, she's amazing. I really like her channeling, and I really like her take on dude, she's part of the reason I knew divine masculine. She was my confirmation divine masculine was going to jail. Before it happened, I knew like 2 months. And she was saying, she actually said way back, I forget what, it's back in I think February. I struggled to find real. Who, divine masculine, Queen of Swords 444. Well, unless they are mirroring, and trust me, they're definitely, if they're divine, if they're really your divine, they're mirroring you in one aspect or another. So like when one's up, one's down. When one's down, one's up. It's sort of like when you scratch right, they scratch, you know? And it was weird because that happened last night. I'm sitting there like this on the phone, and he's like this. It's like, this is weird. Stop mirroring me. But trust, they put you through bullshit, they'll get it back. And now it's Saturn turning direct. They haven't been getting it back. A karmic partner can, if they're a narcissist. They learn the art of mirroring. That's only just because they've been watching. Mine has no way of watching. Doesn't know anything about this. Yeah. Like I said, I was in a mental prison for 2 years dealing with him, and he was in a fucking now he's in a third dimension prison. That's mirroring. And I feel like I said, I don't really want to talk a whole lot about him. Yeah, narcissists, they're fun. They're fun to deal with. I actually have another channel where I talk about narcissism and overcoming narcissistic abuse. So, uh, taking up the offense at this point. An offensive approach to healing and getting yourself better. Which isn't always the easiest thing. It actually is really, really hard. But definitely worth it. Coming out the other side, finding yourself and a firm foundation, getting your shit in order. And switching things up and moving you in the direction which you need to go isn't always the easiest thing. It sometimes takes a Uranus transit and a Mars going into Cancer and opposing Saturn, your natal moon sign, to get the point across. Get your emotions under control, damn it. And it was weird because that whole Uranus transit was hard. I didn't even understand it. I didn't understand half of what was going on. I didn't even start watching astrology or anything that had to do with tarot or nothing until like 2.5 years ago. Like 2.5 years ago. Coffee, please. So I didn't really understand all these gifts that I had deep inside me. I was in the middle of finishing up college in 2017 as an adult student. Go figure, Uranus rules higher learning and education. And as soon as Uranus goes into Aries, I decide to go back to school. I do like wine. Yes, it is an Italian thing. So I found myself getting 2 degrees, and here I sit reading tarot cards and giving private readings. Spirit pulled me out of the 3D community and said, yeah. Like the footsteps thing. Do I trust spirit? And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm losing so much money right now, and I'm so behind in everything, and then shit's falling apart. Like, and now Saturn's saying, get out there and get it yourself. Like, now you got to get out there and now it's the time. Here's your new Emperor's clothes. Put them on, they fit well. Wear it well. It won't wear out either. Get your manna from heaven. So, all trusting provides for you daily. It's like, but I'm dying because I don't have like 3 months worth of shit saved up for my bills in case of this type of shit. Mm-hmm. Well, I quit and then I'll be like, I'm on vacation. I'll get a pack of cigarettes and then I quit again. So it's getting to the point where I don't even need them anymore, but I still have a vape. So, and this is even used few and far between at this point. So, here I am. So I hear you about the smoking thing. My whole way of thinking had to switch up. I had to go from what's better for everyone else to more of taking care of my own self and getting myself right, to where I'm now able to, since I did that, I learned that lesson of self-care and taking care of me instead of taking care of everybody else. Now I need to take care of myself and take care of my shit. And then I can take care of everybody else. There's a reason why the flight attendant says put on your air mask before you help anybody else. I'll tell you what, Aries would be the first one to give their air mask to just anybody else. So, well, we would have taken that L. Many of us. Some of them actually were pretty narcissistic and self-centered. But there's a difference between healthy narcissism and just unhealthy, disgusting, blatant abuse, manipulation. And that's what many people have learned. And it doesn't even matter really at this point what sign they are. Oh, yeah. Well, then you probably definitely were dealing with a karmic. I did notice my energy being depleted even by divine masculine now. I noticed that because he was still on some toxic bullshit. And if they're the ones who can influence you the most is your divine masculine. If they're on some toxic shit, that's going to affect you because you two share the same soul. But now that that toxic shit is getting ridden from his energy system, because it has to, with substances and stuff, guess what? He's actually on some able to think clearly now. This is the longest the guy's ever been sober. It looks like it's going to be a lot longer. I kept on saying to him, is it a bad thing? I don't drink and I can. So is mine. That's why spirit, the angels, they're like, all right. He made divine feminine cry. Now it's time for you to go home and heal. You're going to take this time and you're going to go home and heal and let us deal with him. Well, they dealt with him in a swift manner. And as soon as I broke up with karmic Aries, guess what? Same day. Yvonne. Does close up your throat chakra. You feel like you don't have a voice when you're dealing with a toxic divine masculine. Yeah, that hasn't even begun their awakening process. Yes, it does close up your throat chakra. Mm-hmm. He'd annoy you. Oh, that's funny. Well, I'm gonna let you guys know this. The fact that he's not too proud to allow me to go see him and basically want to see me, even though he's in his prison stuff. And actually appreciates it at this point speaks a lot about him getting humbled. So I'll tell you what, even if I was in prison, I would not, I mean, I'd appreciate him coming to visit me, but I'd feel ashamed of myself, even still. Does that make sense? Like, I wouldn't want people to see me behind bars. Like, that's embarrassing. But I understand. So it's losing everything you fucking have, losing your job, you know, not even able to function most days, going through crying spells like a motherfucker. Aries don't cry. Yes, we do. Then the angels get really mad because it takes a lot to make an Aries cry. Especially with having my natal Mars in Aquarius, like Jupiter's there, Chiron's there, the wounded healer. There's a reason why my natal, I have a stellium with Chiron there. With a direct opposition to Pluto. Lord have mercy. Like I said, then I have Saturn in Cancer. It's like solidified. That was rough. I don't know about you guys, but July was horrible. You guys think July was horrible? I think July was terrible. Cancer season sucked. No offense to cancers. I love cancers. But cancer season sucked for me. It shouldn't have pumped his ego at all. Because I was sitting there being like, should have listened. Should have listened to me, dude. How many times you got to hear the I told you so. I can't tell you how many times. It's your own fault. You're behind glass at this point. Oh, it was freaking ridiculous. Cancer season was horrible. Be 2 eclipses and oh, it was shitty. I didn't say it sucked ass like I think the peace dealer says no. Cancer season sucked ass or something like that. I had a really rough 2018. 2017 up till August when I ran in Divine Masculine again. Yeah. Yes, it was, Yvonne. Sure was. I did a bunch of story times for Scorpio season last year. And I even pre-warned Scorpio what was to come. How did you know that, Queen of Swords 444? Because I'm not. But I do agree with you. I think that he is saying that I'm his twin. I'm his sister. It's kind of, it's funny because I go into the room because we're obviously have class. We had to talk through the phone. I'm sitting there, and the one inmate that was in there waiting to get taken back down to the block, who's on Divine Masculine's block, picks up the phone and he's like, "My God, you're gorgeous." He says, he said DM's name, which I won't ever repeat on here. Said his name, and he's like, "I'm gonna freaking tell him." Yeah. I'm like, oh, I don't think he'd like you talking to his sister like that. I am his baby sister, so I don't think he'd appreciate this too much. I look at him like a big brother at this point that I don't want to follow in his footsteps. So I told him that in a letter. I'm like, I don't even look at you like that no more. I look at you as a bad big brother. Not that I don't care, but he needs, like I said, until he, that's what I call him, my bad big brother. And he's my twin, so like whatever. He just incarnated a couple years prior to my incarnating here, but he is my twin. He's my brother. Hello. Mhm. Well, it's kind of the way I look at him, and well, he might have his own plans, but Spirit has different plans. And until those plans that he has lines up with Spirit's plans, Spirit's gonna keep. Spirit actually showed me. Um, yeah, hi Jack. Spirit actually showed me uh a a physical, tangible metaphor, I guess you could say, for a block, for him not to be able to connect to my energy at this point. And he's like, just like I separated you to last August or July, June, end of June, beginning of July. It's like I separated you last year. That glass is also a separation until he's getting closer, but until he actually takes responsibility for the shit he's done and actually dives deep, he's got plenty of time to think. So he said, I'm open to other people. Yes, Spirit did put a lid on it. Spirit put a lid on all kinds of emotions and feelings. I still care, and I still will always love him, but not to the degree of ever losing myself ever again for him. No. I'm fucking Empress, bitch. Ain't happening. I've learned my value. I've learned what I bring to the table, and if he can't match that, I'm not sticking around. I'm open to other people. And that's where we have to be. I think that's kind of like where we're moving into. With me being a manifesting generator, until I open my heart, because I've been closed off for a long time out of self-preservation, licking my wounds, and trying to heal. It happens. Many of us can say we've all been there. Licking our wounds, chalking up the L, and giving it the Spirit and saying, look, I put a lot of time and effort into this. I expect 100-fold return. But in the meantime, here you go. It's yours. And move on. Living your life and doing what you can do to make your life better. Getting creative. Tell you, when my creative juices are flowing, when I just lay here and sit here and ponder, that's when I get stuck in that fucking mind bullshit. So there's some days where I have to take that time and just relax and reflect. But I don't think now's the time to be doing that anymore. I understand, Queen of Swords. How long have you been no contact from? How many years were you with this person, and how long have you been no contact? Hi, Mac. How are you? Seven with 1.5 years no contact. So you were with him for 7 years? I'm good, thank you. How are you? Oh, dear Lord. Wow. See, me and the divine masculine, we were like oil and water running and chasing from week 2. That's a lot of turmoil for a lot of years, man. I'm not pulling cards right now, buddy. But I will be pulling, I'll be uploading readings next week. But you can ask a question if you'd like. Yeah. Kind of just doing a live for the energy update and stuff, sweetheart. Yvonne is, or Queen of Swords 444. It's probably gonna take a little while yet. You want to know whom you should choose? I can't tell you that. Your intuition should be guiding you one way or the other. Ask spirit, man. Much confused. I've been stuck since 2017. God, many of us have. I'm also Queen. Are you a Libra? Oh. No? Are you you're Queen of Swords? Are you a Libra, Mac? Oh, Queen of Swords 444. Yep. Oh, you're a Pisces. Well, if you said you were a Queen of Swords too, it's usually an air sign. Do you have air in your chart? If you're a Pisces, Gemini is usually a pretty good sign because it's another dual sign. However, if they hurt you or abused you, or you need to go no contact for a while and see what happens. Choose yourself first. As long as we're chasing and we're trying to make other people do what we want them to do, we're just gonna, as long as we chase, they're gonna run until spirit catches them in a net and they can't run no more. I'm sorry to hear that. Well, let me get the Queen of Swords first and then I'll talk to you, Pisces. Do not be surprised I really feel like you were definitely dealing with someone along the same lines as most of us. Probably someone with MPD. I hate to bring that up all the time, but it's probably what you were dealing with not having no last fight, no closure, no nothing. Now, for the Pisces, well, if your heart is telling you to move on to a new place with your mom, then that's what I would do. If that's what your spirit is telling you to do. Here's the thing, a lot of times we do things out of duty and obligation, and it very well could be something that spirit is not leading you to do. So, whatever your gut instinct is telling you, follow that direction. If your gut is telling you to do that, then do it. But if your gut, I'm looking. Should I grab cards or not? Yeah. Well, I definitely would. Here's the thing, you can't stay stuck, whether you have a divine masculine or you don't. Absolutely, always choose new love. Just don't give it up. And I'm going to say this publicly. Do not give anybody sex that has not earned your respect. Ain't nobody touching my body or going to put their hook in me through sex ever again. King of Swords would be an Aquarius. Yeah. Well, they would still be around. But exactly, sex equals respect. Till somebody earns that. And I'm at the point where I'm even going to say, it's hard for me as an Aries sun because I like sex a lot. But I really don't want to give myself away to just anybody that I'm not making long term plans and goals with. Somebody is not treating me with the utmost respect. They don't need to be in my life. They don't need to be in yours. If you're getting treated like trash, fuck that. You need to put the clinkers on that, man. Shut that hose of supply off. And that's usually how you can tell if you're dealing with a sociopath or a narcissist, or if you're going through a dark night of the soul. They're the transformers. Yeah, I have a great group of people. Welcome aboard. If you have not liked and subscribed, please do. I pretty much would say, and that's how I am even being, even though Divine Masculine is in the picture, but like I said, I look at him now as like a bad big brother who I don't want to walk in his footsteps, but I still care. If he changes his act and proves to me otherwise, that he's not a complete, you know, that he can change, then maybe something will happen in the not even near future, down the line future. Spirit will have to keep me single. But I'm asking Spirit to bring in manifest. I'm a manifesting generator. So when my heart chakra comes open, when I choose, and it's opening slowly, and as it's opening, I'm getting people coming in and messaging me, and there are some that I just don't give the time of day to, because I'm like, no, definitely not. No, 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 no. Well, you wonder what? He was always work, 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 three-dimensional. I'm working for this. I'm working for that. I want this new truck. I want this new house. I want to move. Work, 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 work. He couldn't even have downtime to sleep. So, I mean, yeah, he talks about working and all that other stuff, but Spirit's saying no. Apparently, there's some things that need worked out, and I keep telling him this, and I'm like, look, until you can take responsibility for why you're back there and work through those issues, you're going to be here. I don't even know where to start. I said, start in Genesis, chapter 1, verse 1. And if you have questions reading through, we can talk. That's awful. But I know he at least has scripture there. Healing is daily. But when you're playing the victim, like in the beginning, exactly. Hello. If you have questions, I can answer many of them when it comes to biblical stuff. Not saying I'm perfect on theology or anything like that, but I got a pretty well rounded view of all different kinds of religions. So they all pretty much stem to in the beginning, because there was a beginning, obviously. Yeah. And I really think that humans at one point were really, 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 really evolved. And then the systems just shut it down, aka Atlantis. I wonder if the powers that be back then could control the weather. Think about that. Yeah. And how many of us probably had past lives there? Mm-hmm. You know, and I have talked to him about dreams, and I'm like, have you been dreaming a lot? And he's like, oh my God, it's like all I do is sleep. I know that, I'm positive. I'm pretty sure most of my people have had past lives there. Usually it'll be revealed to you, or it'll hit your spirit and resonate. Um, that's how I've had dreams of that stuff. Hi. I've actually had dreams. I've had other dreams. I've had a lot of dreams in my day. I've had dreams where I was burned at the stake. I think during the Crusades, I've had a dream where I was burned at the stake. I think more than one past life. Yeah. Well, we get that stuff in our Akash. Many people who are on the same path and journey that I am, on this divine path, some aren't, but most of my people are pretty highly ascended folks. And we're all in that, many of us have had past lives. We actually understand the concept of God and love for humanity. And now I love Jesus. I don't care what anyone else does, but I personally have found a lot of refuge in the person of Jesus Christ, because I'm not just a tarot reader. I actually have gifts of healing, and they came down through that lineage. When you wake up, when you have a dream, write down everything you can remember, and then ask spirit um if this is a past life or if this is future events. I do. Jesus is my best friend, besides Jack, my cat. So, got me through all of this. Like, it's a beautiful relationship now that I have with spirit. So, that was the one thing that needed. Every time I've told my divine masculine this, and I've said it the other day, I knew that what he was to me, because both times I had been with him, whether intimately, usually intimately, but when I was with him, I had severe spiritual awakenings. I've had major spiritual awakenings both times within a year of being with this guy. So, where I've had to press in and trust God. And I've learned after dealing with him. That has not happened with anybody else. I was already on this journey before this last narcissist I dealt with. But this is the only person that has actually brought me into the awakening process. That's how I know who he is to me. Very well could be. If you're entering into other dimensions, that's all in the Akash and past. So if you're entering into sixth, seventh, eighth, that's all future tense stuff. The Akash is held within, I think, the fourth or fifth dimension. I think the fifth, if I'm not mistaken. So we're still dealing with timelines are now sealed for 12 years. So that door is shut. What you've closed in the past is no longer going to be able to hurt you in the near future. That's why I did my best. I tried. I tried being nice and trying to close out the bullshit with the Aries, because I knew what happened to my other exes that didn't close cycles correctly with me, who acted like a total douche. Like, come on, dude. He knows this stuff. And now he's going to experience his own damn fucking karma with Saturn turning direct. Good luck. Have fun with that. People who fucked with me fucked with the wrong person. Yes. Complete. We're not repeating anymore. No more repeat. Well, Well, considering your soul has been in all those upper dimensions, you should feel right at home. I guarantee many of us have time traveled into those dimensions. Luna Ash, I guess she just uploaded something about the ninth dimension on here, which makes a lot of sense. I don't watch a whole lot of her stuff, but I have been watching a lot of the Saturn direct because it directly affects my moon sign, in which that's who you aspire to be in your life is stable. I'm a cat moon. Saturn rules my moon and he opposes my emotions. So, yeah, made me emotionally stable. I like Luna too. She just posted something. I got the thing on here that she uploaded a video for the ninth dimension. So if you want to learn anything about the different dimensions, check her channel out. She's got quite a few subs actually, so she's pretty good. I don't get into a whole lot of the star seed. I know I'm an indigo, but I don't get into a whole lot of the titles of all of that stuff. I don't do titles. I don't know if I'm from Lemuria or if I'm from a Palladian or Archer. I don't know this. Well, that was a lot to read there. Hang on a minute. Yeah, well, there are definitely different colors in other dimensions. It was really weird. It could be very, very weird. Like, I know for the longest time, um, until I got those bands of protection put around me for when I go out in public and stuff. And they're esoteric bands. They're not like something you can see, but they're in my auric field. Um, I spin them and I picture them spinning, and then it clears everything out. And I still get telepathy with my animals and with my kids, but any intrusive type of telepathy, done. I don't get that anymore. Even though it kind of came in handy with the Aries dude. I knew exactly what was going on with him. I knew what he was thinking. That was kind of scary. It was gross, actually, and disgusting. But Tom showed me how to break up with him. And when I did, Divine Masculine, the same damn day I broke up with him. And it was done. Divine Masculine went to jail to get the work done. Apparently, I don't know. It makes all the sense to me that would happen. And I kind of knew that would be the way that spirit would be able to get to him and become awakened himself. Yeah, I do some automatic writing. Some letters I actually wrote to him were done all automatic writing. And then I'd read it like before I'd send it out, I'd be like, oh, that's pretty deep. But it's kind of nice that we have to do the old fashioned, we have to talk on the phone. Fuck that texting stuff. If he wants to talk to me, he calls. Other than that, I don't hear. And I don't care if I do. If he calls, he does. If he doesn't, oh well. It happens. Doesn't phase me either way. And I haven't wrote him in a long time. It's been well over a month since I even wrote him. But if spirit tells me to write him something, I will. I listen to spirit at this point. Say, Jackie. Like I said, if I don't hear from him, then I don't. Like, I'm cool with whatever. As long as he's all right, that's all I care about. I've been telling him he needs to get outside. Sorry, I'm getting tired. Jack, anybody against me makes me tired. Recharge me, dude. You gonna say hi to everybody? Huh? Hey. Well, isn't that nice? Knock over my purse. Look at him. Say hi. Oh, you sleepy. See, I knew you were tired. Making me tired. What is that look about? Look at this. What? What? Yeah. Yeah, I love all kinds of colors. And I've been seeing a lot of green and blue lately. A lot of deep green and blue. What about you guys? And it's interesting because two of my angels that I usually call upon are Raphael and. Yes, we do. So I said I need to be near the ocean. So it recharges me. I love the ocean. I realized just how strong of like I always knew the ocean was an extremely strong force, but when you get out, you realize how strong it is. Mm-hmm. That has happened to me too. So yeah, start asking the questions and start asking for revelation. Don't be surprised if you don't have dreams that continue on as well. I know that he's been saying about he's actually been dreaming and he can actually wake up out of the dream, know he's dreaming in the dream, wake up from the dream, fall back asleep and go right back into his dream. So he's getting control over his dreamscape. Oh, you live in Long Island? That's not too far away from me, Angelo. I know. That'll be beautiful. Well, I think I saw you on my one thing, but I didn't realize. Mystical dimples. I look like hell today. I apologize. Oh well. I just put my hair up in a sloppy bun and yeah, well. Long Island's not too far away from me. I know you are. It goes right out there like a hooks. Long Island. Oh, my hair is a little sloppy and I have no makeup on. Oh, you guys get to see me at my worst. Sorry, guys. Oh, okay. You were ripping your head off. Okay. Thank you, Queen of Swords. I'm glad I don't look like hell. I feel like I do. Well, that was a good idea. Dimples means you're smiling. I've always been BFI. And it's interesting because the peace dealer asked how I got that name. And Yeah, it did come from spirit, but it was inspired by my trip to Brazil and my tattoo that I have on my leg. And then I have a tattoo that says, it's very interesting. So I have a tattoo right across my neck that says angel. Which I got a long time ago. You're still searching for my name? For a name? Oh. Yeah, I have a tattoo on my left thigh. Because I was wrestling with an angel. With Psalm 91 in the middle of it. And it's blue flames. Here, I'll show you. Well, here. Where are we at here? There it is. See? That's actually how I did get my name. And this is in Portuguese from my missions trip, which means come Holy Spirit in Portuguese. Famous. Oh, look at that. Tried to disconnect my live. As soon as I talk about 2222222. Yep, see? That's actually how I got the name for Blue Flame. So, not to mention Archangel Michael. Sports what color? Blue. Raphael sports green. So, I know they're around me a lot. That's how I know I have my gift of my mouth in the prophetic. And also, I have my gift of healing with the prophetic, with my cards, with my crystals, and laying on of hands. I also can transfer too. So, I got that Jupiter flame. Opposite Pluto, awakening. Lord help me. See, and I didn't know any of this, but yet all this stuff was happening to me for many, many, many years. And the peace dealer just made it completely. Well, this is why. Oh, well, it makes sense. I get it now. Just kind of sucks that it took like that long to figure all this out. Wish I would have known this a long time ago. And being a manifesting generator, there I'd have things magnetically pulled to me, but not realize how to handle them once I had them. Many of those things were very delicate that I didn't realize were so delicate. And I would push, and then they would run or get taken away from me. I didn't know how to release and let go and keep everything like this. As a manifesting generator, that's how we have to be. We have to be like this. Okay, well, put it in my hand. Let me feel it out. Spirit, what do you think? Okay. Yes or no? Well, everything just kind of, I slept with my tarot cards for like 6 months before I even started. I legit slept with my cards, and I do that pretty much with any kind of deck of cards. I don't get real good, clear messages on. However, there are certain cards that have better pictures on them. Oh, it's okay, Yvonne. That have better pictures on them that you can get more of an intuitive idea. But I know I slept with my tarot cards. My main deck I slept with for 6 months before I even tried reading tarot. And then I practiced on a few people. And then I just stepped out, a leap of faith, and I did a reading for them. I did a reading with them. And I didn't even know what I was doing, but I just listened to my gut. And if certain songs played, and then I got flagged for it. They were beautiful readings, but not allowed to use songs as inspiration. Now you can put the song down in the description box and say, listen to this song. The song inspired your reading. I have done that. So then they actually get the credit. You just can't play the song at all. Unless, yeah, I won't even go into that, but because it doesn't matter. Everybody on here knows I've never kissed ass for subscribers, and I never will. I told Spirit to bring me the subscribers that I needed at the right time I needed them, and I will be teaching a tarot class. I actually really learned how to do with a Celtic cross spread. And when you learn what each one of those positions mean, and then you can, that's how I learned. I actually did a Celtic cross. And I know a lot of people want to read tarot, but they're not technically anointed to do so. So make sure that Spirit's calling you into this. Because you can technically, anybody can technically learn how to read tarot, but it's the anointing that makes that person more valid. Ooh. Oh, well, of course. Because sometimes we pick up on what other people are projecting onto other people too. As an intuitive guide, I can pick up on what other people are projecting out. And if somebody actually is holding on to what's being projected onto them, I can pick up on that. I'm pretty good at that part. Either way, yeah. I think I'll get off of here. Here's another 2.5 hour stream. My goodness. It's good talking, y'all. Like I said, I'm going to start doing readings. God, please help me get through the readings for the month. Usually you do very well with me. Sorry about September, folks. The energy was brutal. I was getting other stuff done, and I felt Saturn was about to wake up, and I needed to get a bunch of shit done before he woke up and destroyed my ass for not doing what I needed to do, even though there's still some things that I still need to do. So I'm going to get the readings done, by doggone it, and hopefully next week. So many of you saw the home improvements, and some of you like the idea of the fish tank. So that's what I'm thinking about putting a fish tank in there. I think it'll look cute. And I kind of want to get other wildlife in here. Like I want fishies. I know some fish don't last long now, and I'm like, oh gosh, I don't want that. But yeah, I kind of want fish. Maybe I can just get fake fish. I don't know if it'll still do the same thing, but yeah. That makes any sense. I mean, I'll get tropical fish, but I like the pretty fish. Even though goldfish need a good home. And I won't get betta fish because you can only have one of those. They're like a freaking predator. Betta fish. They're awesome fish, but they're like a predator, man. They'll kill everything in the tank. I I never knew that about these type of fish. And I had all kinds of fish. And I thought the beta fish were so pretty. Nobody ever told me, well, you can't put them in with other fish. They kill them. I always saw my fish just going, you know, and this beta fucking chasing them. Like, why is he picking on these other fish? Well, eventually I found out, well, he killed them. I was not happy. I told beta fish you need to knock it off. Well, beta fish didn't like that. All right, guys. I think I've said all I need to say for the night. Oh, put a mirror in front of them. Beta fish are so pretty. Like I saw these things. They're like fish bowl, and they're like a half bowl, and you can put like plants in the top part, and they eat the root part. And it's for betas. You could put betas in, and they hang on the wall. They're like a half fish bowl. Cool as shit. They're like a planter with a fish bowl. It's super cool. I'd love to get a set of those. But on this one website, they were like really expensive, and like on Wish, they were like $2. I'm like, pfft. However, Wish gets you on the freaking shipping. That's where Wish gets you. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here now. I love you. Oh, sorry. You all have a great night. If you guys need anything, do not email me. Or do not email me. Email me. Where'd that come from? Email me at beautifulmind4275@gmail.com. Yeah, be looking for your readings coming out. I'm going to do Libra first and Aquarius. I should do Libra then Pisces. Or I should do Pisces and Libra. I don't know. I'll do Libra, then Pisces, then Aquarius, then Gemini. Aries ain't getting shit till their full moon. Just kidding. I'll get them done last. They actually were one of the last ones to get their stuff done. And yeah, Saturn's going to want me to get these done. So it's coming. I promise. Just hopefully. My phone doesn't make me have to do readings like 20 freaking times like it would and take 4 hours to upload a 20-minute reading. It is good luck, but you don't get near the amount of views as if you upload readings. That's the truth. Oh, okay. As long as you guys don't mind. That's been real good for the bank account, but it is what it is. Because I haven't been pushing my jewelry. I haven't been pushing anything. I've been working on myself and working on my houses and getting all that stuff done. We all know this, though. You guys all saw my process. Isn't it a gorgeous process? It's been rough. But if I can do it, anybody can. That's why Spirit created Aries, because we lead the shit. Oh. So gotta get through the muck and the grime and the grossness and come out the other side flossing. Hello. Yep. Have faith. Have faith you can do it. And I guarantee you will. Even better than what you expected. Be the manifesting generator or project, whatever it is you're supposed to be. Check out your guys' human design. Do that. And let me know next time there are some things about human design you guys might want to check out. It makes complete sense. And I guarantee many of us empaths are probably either generators or manifesting generators. That we're dealing with projectors. Or there's another one too. Either way. You guys all take care. Oh, the other one's reflector. So there's projector, reflector, a generator, and manifesting generator. I think those are the four. I don't know if there's other ones too, but those are the four that I've really noticed. But yeah, I figured to throw that out there. I love you guys. You guys take care. See you later. Doses. See ya.